I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about social scripts. No one really talks about social scripts very much, but the very first thing I have the Harvard students do on the first day of social psychology is to go out in a Harvard Square and to break a social rule that you know you're not supposed to break. Now, they can't break any laws, but they could do things like stand in an elevator and slowly turn around and stare at the people behind you. Or just lie down in an elevator, which flips people out. Or go eat off of other people's plates, ask for free samples of things you can't get free samples of, like a burrito or a steak. Anything to challenge the social script, because what it does is it allows us to see that there are all these rules, all these scripts for how we're supposed to be living our lives. These scripts tell us what's good for us, what's bad for us, what society will allow. Now, most of those scripts are good. We don't want other people eating off of our plates all the time or lying down in elevators. And these social scripts are unwritten and unspoken. No one's ever had to tell you, please stop lying down in elevators. We know these things. But what happens if that unwritten, unspoken social script actually works against us? What if it decreases our levels of happiness and success? Some people have a social script that as they look around at the world, they think, if I show people I'm working as hard as I possibly can all the time, at all hours of the day, that proves that I'm a successful and a happy person. We actually see that social script being characterized by Bull in the parable. But as you could see, both his happiness and his success rates started to decrease as that type of workaholic mentality was actually working against him. Or some people think, hey, if I really want happiness, I have to go after every single pleasure that's around me. And forget about work, that gets in the way of happiness. That social script, when we start to study it, actually decreases not only people's levels of success, but their happiness as well, which we could see characterized by the frog Misty in the parable. And finally, some people think, hey, why am I going to work? My behavior doesn't really matter. Look around. If I put in more effort, people are going to think I'm going to have to work even harder, and I'm just going to have to do more work, which is meaningless anyway, because it seems like my behavior doesn't matter here. We see that social script being characterized by Plop in the story. As a result of that, what we saw in all three of those scripts is a decreasing of both happiness and success. But here's the interesting part. The social script can be rewritten. Go into any awkward setting, go into a cocktail party. You know, one of my favorite ways to see the social script is go up to a group of people who are gossiping negatively about somebody and just start nodding and smiling as they're talking and then be like, yeah, actually, I really like that person. And you can watch the whole social script screech to a halt. No one knows what to do in that situation as soon as you've gone off of the script. What we find in our research is that the most charismatic people are the ones who begin to write and rewrite the social script in the midst of an awkward situation or in the midst of their daily lives. To rewrite the script away from the negativity, stress, uncertainty, and anxiety we feel and start using a script that allows us to have more positive brains and to ripple that out to the people around us. That's the goal not only of this parable, but that's the social script that Spark begins to teach to the other people as well.